I think we're gonna hold them with us even though they're not here, and it's gonna be different. But they each impacted us in different ways, whether that was on the court or off the court.
They're like my sisters. We grow together. I feel like I've grown as a player with them, and it's sad that they have to leave, but
Today,
from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh,
it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium.
I'm the voice inside your head.
Well, you're typically athletic right now. As it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You don't have the right auto coverage, cause this can hit you out of nowhere.
KFC, UFC, Lakers at 5.
Did you just say Lakers at 5?
You better get dressed. That's wrong with you. Give me straight. It can happen in Vegas. Oh, Friday.
They get something usually wrong.
What's going to say? MGA, PGA,
I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
More seen, must-be-seen, obviously.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Oh, shit. Drive, but that one incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you think about. The ultimate
that's crazy.
The number 1 overall offense in the league.
12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as it did on that last play.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no alley to be found.
All right, man.
Solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
You may not get a lot out of the tight end since they got such a good line back and forth.
Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
Oh, shit.
Green grass here, middle of the field.
Who was that?
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
As my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here.
Oh!
To Hill, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Looking to throw. And it's caught.
Damn, he got me twice.
Touchdown. And the Steelers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Just a 4-play drive that time.
We good, nigga.
The Steelers finding the end zone. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Pacheco gets it again on
Here we go.
down. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Chiefs at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And
I like that.
Across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So, I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Good job.
Firing complete, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Oh, he on fire.
Rashee Rice with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to move back in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
I thought they would have challenged that.
Mahomes will throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points.
I thought they would have challenged that, bro.
Pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
That's the day somebody whacked out my mural.
Offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out.
He held it? All right, we're going to put some real niggas on heel, bro.
The last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Come on, Patrick.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Now a shotgun snap as he'll look to throw. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Mike Williams, man.
First catch, good for 16 and a first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Here's
what the fuck, man?
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens.
Okay, George. This is my team, though, man. I don't give a fuck.
The Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Boswell for the extra point. We'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Pacheco gets it again on second.
I had a lane.
Maybe a yard up to the 23. You look at this Steeler defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL. but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
Come on, Steele.
Buster a yard here to the 38.
Momentum shifting.
3rd and 3. Now Mahomes. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
I tell you what, if this is any quarterback other than Patrick Mahomes, I'm telling you how this is an ill-advised throw. But 15 is so good on the move with all those different arm angles and releases that all I'm saying now is that's a gorgeous play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
It's a good play, bro.
7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Some motion.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd.
Hey, get that first, bro. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Move the chains, bro.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs.
Watch Patrick Queen, bro.
Each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Dang.
It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Mahomes now to throw. Open man, that's the tight end fire move. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mahomes going to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in.
Damn.
He gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line.
4-down territory regardless, bro.
Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The throw over the middle.
That's my bad. I could have got that.
Get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Oh my God, bro.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That was a sack, yo.
And incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 30.
So they finna just try to throw that bitch and think they going out. They can't run the ball on us.
3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
3rd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're going for it.
Oh my God, bro.
And he's able to pick up
Oh,
the first before
man.
he's taken down at the 27. On play action, they'll throw.
Damn, bro.
Hands of Hill complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And
That's crazy. Y'all tweaking, bro.
Washington from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Boswell good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kicks away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The
ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. A nice little juke, and he'll get this.
Good job, Pacheco.
Field and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
I like that.
50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes.
Escaping the pressure right. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to lose yardage here.
We good.
To develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
A short one there to Fryerview.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to
We're good, Pat.
Now gives him much more opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
We good, 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 we good.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Told you.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone.
Kept putting fucking Amari Brown in and he tired.
Out of the scramble, it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And despite the fancy football,
33.
They'll get to him just inside the 15. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Pacheco once more.
There we go, nigga.
Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Parker, doesn't this speak to how well he works with this offensive line? They know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam. And he's so good at being patient, waiting for things to develop, and then accelerating when it does appear.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive, the less into double-digit snaps. You need a scoring.
Bro, I'm sick of this dude, bro. He ain't Tyreek Hill.
And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Wow, I ain't never seen a defense jump outside.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it?
They hanging in this bitch,
What I
bro.
always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
How are these not getting these sacks?
Sideline falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first.
Bro, this man is so lucky, bro.
Receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Oh my God, man.
5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw again. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Back to throw again.
Oh.
Finding Pickens for another catch.
Oh my God,
He's
bro.
corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
So run.
Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Finally.
He's taken down.
God damn.
George Karlaftis able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he'll get down the play to the 37. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
I missed his field goal.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it.
Oh, I needed that.
Comes up about a rotation short. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have, and think back.
And Kamara has it stripped. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete to Freiermuth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Here's Freiermuth again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And quickly they get to the line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down.
Oh, Beasley!
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pacheco. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! Pat Mahomes. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. That time a 9-play drive, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance.
It's a lot of
play and then another timeout.
It's a lot of goddamn.
We'll see. 2nd and 6.
No.
Side complete. That's Harris. And with just 4 seconds
still a lot of time left.
A timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to launch it for Washington.
Oh, God. That was close.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action.
We're in a battle, bro. We in a battle.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
We in a battle. We in a battle. We in a battle. We in a battle. We in a battle.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Chiefs to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
My head shit.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time it was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
All right, I got the middle sold down.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Ooh, with a juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line.
Wow.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
I'll take it because, man, that could have been a pick if that had been the other way around.
Second down.
Well, this is one of those plays where your instincts actually go against you. You really need to try and knock that down, but it happens so fast, partner.
Yeah, you see the ball in the air, maybe even though you're behind the line, you just think, I need to catch this and try to make a play.
Yeah, what you really need to do, knock it to the ground and just go ahead and go to the next down, because now you're probably going to lose yardage.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Back to Kamara for another catch.
48.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll send Rice in motion. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Patrick going to change the play.
All right, man. Play smart.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Where the hell of business,
Extra
man.
point by Butker is on
Where the
target.
hell of
And the
business.
lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got right on the short throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Looking to throw. It's brought in by him. Now a loose ball. The ball comes out.
Hit it, bang, bang.
And they'll
Let's go, Fitzpatrick.
Field position at the 41-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Damn!
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is the left upright, and it comes.
Damn, we didn't score off the damn turn.
And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Oh!
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side with Harris. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Mahomes. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to get 7 out of this before.
What's up with it, monster? You in the dig?
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This
What's the word, my brother?
To evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Come on, Pacheco. Come on, Pacheco.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And
God damn, man. 4th and inches?
Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game.
Boy, I put them at 4
down on that run. Can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Watch Patrick. Patrick can get through that gap, bro.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce.
Good job, Trey.
Gain of 5 on the completion.
What a fucking chance, bro.
He was out there waving his
That's all you got to do. What a chance. You should. Who is stats ugly?
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That man's so worried about Kamara, man.
It ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Oh, my God, yo.
Right there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do.
How many on your mama tires?
My favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you get in shape.
But this will get out of bounds. So possession.
Knew his ass was right behind me, bro. They know I was trying to go out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they?
For sure, man. You off work? You must be off work tonight.
A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
Come on, man. Get that hundo, bro. Get that hundo.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in.
That's my nigga, man.
See that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
All right, we should be good right here. We definitely should be good. Ain't nobody blitzing. Come on, O-line.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
Man, that fullback ain't as good as I thought he was.
Half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've
Yo,
controlled this game.
pound them in submission is crazy.
The trend would change now. Here's Pacheco once again. And now a fumble.
That was not a fumble, bro. That was not a fucking fumble.
Big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense.
Yeah, they're both gonna do that.
Touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our.
Damn, Najee balling this season.
Just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch.
No huddle, bro.
Still an effective game.
Wrong side is go.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Niggas hating, man. Niggas hating.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10.
All right, man. 4th quarter.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
4th quarter.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Too legit to, 36. Too legit to quit.
Mahomes now to throw. A throw left side. Caught.
Bro, I'm going for it.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That is caught. Touchdown. Rashee Rice. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. A good start to the drive.
Time I don't pay attention to him. He get me every time.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Rashee Rice getting all the goddamn
in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he dropped it.
Wow.
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Got his man. It's
Come on, bro.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes this one to Pickens. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one complete to Hill.
Oh, this nigga here, yo.
15 shy of the 10. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Washington. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Yes.
And he wisely will throw that one away. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now, a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. On the give, this is their fullback.
Wow, that's insane, bro.
Does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Oh, shit, bro.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they get this one well in hand. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following up the 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box.
Fall down territory.
Trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And I'm back in this motherfucker.
This was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Where the fuck TJ Watt?
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've played so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Flush to his right.
Damn, bro.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Pickens over the middle.
Damn, that wasn't a fumble.
Bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh.
Did that nigga just do the Spider-Man thing?
Game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a.
All right, man, back up. Give him some room. Give him some room.
And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a
loss.
Yeah,
we gave him too much room.
Count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He gets it complete to Harris.
Oh, that wasn't no catch, bro.
Down inside the 35 before going.
Man, the booth ain't gonna challenge that.
And now the red flag out on the field. We have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Thank you.
Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
I wish Fitzpatrick could get a pick with this fumble.
Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. That swung out wide to Harris.
Touchdown.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Boswell good.
They hanging in this bitch, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It'll be cut down to 14. So that drive takes him down.
They hanging in this motherfucking game,
and
bro.
it was finished off by a Najee Harris touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire. But at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. A short one there to Fryermuth. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 134 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios.
Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up.
Into the ground and secure it.
Oh my God, yo.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now right
we ball 24.
We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Can't find that run play I'm looking for.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's... used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far.
Oh, my God, yo!
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
They ain't giving up, bro.
26 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's got this down almost.
Y'all knocked this nigga out of bounds.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
500 yards is crazy.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there.
For him to throw 1 pick, man, that's crazy. Bro been on fire ever since.
What was once a nice drive, stalled out here.
I want to end it on a pick,
to the
though,
secondary
bro.
partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
And all the Zana on me.
He'll look to throw. And that ball
Wow.
is caught by Washington. Touchdown Steelers. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown.
I don't want to see them no more.
And the Steelers are able to.
But I ain't got Jalen Carter and all that, so.
They'll look to throw. Complete at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's 1 timeout remaining defensively.
All the Zana on me.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go up top again. And that will be
Yeah, I'm done.
Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be
1 minute to beat, bro.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Yeah, nobody got an interception, bro. That's kind of crazy. In a rainy game.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be
that's crazy.
incomplete. As time has
1 interception
on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Chiefs, They remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.
I had 2 drop passes. That's crazy.